let's go ahead and get started. All right, so today is day 3 of our 21 days to break through feeling sluggish. So we are going to do some side bending for side body. And I like side bending. I myself have a very tight torso. So this is your torso, your T-spine, all that fun stuff. And it really helps with opening up the rib cage, which can help increase respiratory. It also prevents low back pain, hip pain, helps with shoulder mobility. So side bends they're really good for the body. And a lot of people forget to do these side bends. So let's get started. We're going to get started in child pose. So big toes to touch, knees mat width apart. And if you just joined, just turn your mat to be parallel with your screen so that your back doesn't face the screen. Because we're going to do some flowing that's going to make you face the back of the room. All right, big toes to touch, knees mat width apart. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Rest your head on the mat so that we can get into our child pose. Let's connect to our breath. Inhale and exhale. And do 2 more just like that. Inhale and exhale. And pay attention to how your breathing feels while you're in this child pose and connecting to your breath. Because hopefully by the end of the class, hopefully it'll your capacity to inhale will have increased. So just keep on breathing. Inhale 1 more time. And exhale. Restrict the back of your throat. You can connect to your ujjayi breath, sealing your lips on your exhale, whichever you choose. And let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the right. Stack your left hand on top of your right hand. And you're going to feel this pull right in the side body of your rib cage, and maybe possibly it goes up into your armpit. So you're getting into your rotator cuff at the same time. So a really subtle, easy stretch to do is, I call it side child pose. I don't know, that's just what came in my head right now, actually. Let's inhale back to center. And exhale, walk your hand over to the left, right hand on top of your left, and feel the difference between each side. Does this side feel tighter? Does it feel looser? For me, I feel it in my rib cage. I feel it all the way up into my, what's called the teres minor, which sits right at your armpit, and it's part of your rotator cuff. So, and I'm kind of pulling myself a little sideways so that I can get a little deeper stretch. Let's inhale back to center and walk to the opposite side again. So walk over to the right, stack your left hand on top of the right hand. And then just feel the difference from now, the first time to the second time, to this time. And does this feel different? Does it feel harder? Does it feel easier? Let's inhale back to center and walk over to the left side. Stack your right hand on top of your left hand. You can deep breath into your side body, lengthening just a little bit more. And let's go ahead and walk ourselves over to center. Let's come up halfway into our tabletop. But then we're going to come right back into puppy pose. So we're going to hover our bum over our heels, still reaching for the top of the mat. So now we're still getting into that side body. It's just a different way. You should feel more of a stretching, a lengthening up and down. And then press through your chest. You can rest your head on the mat if that's possible. Let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the right. Stack your left onto your right. So I always, as a massage therapist, I'm always massaging and teaching yoga anatomically, or anatomy based. So if you feel the difference, there's a different sensation when you come into puppy pose versus child pose. So if you want to test it out, go back to child pose and then come back to puppy pose so that you can feel the difference of the stretch or the sensation. So for me, I feel this stretch to go all the way into my tricep. Let's inhale back to center and exhale to the left. Stack your right onto the left. So whenever you're doing stretches, any tiny movement that you make is going to shift your stretch just a little bit. And that's what I love about anatomy, is that if you create body awareness, you can really open your eyes up to how you stretch, and then you can stretch strategically more than just plain old stretching. Nice. Let's go ahead and walk back to center. And let's go back to the right side. Stack your left hand on top of the right. Maybe you come a little bit deeper. So in puppy pose, you're able to get a little bit more of a side bend versus when you're in child pose. So I'm almost in alignment with my knee. So I'm pretty deep in my side stretch right here. Let's inhale back to center and exhale over to the left. Stack your right on top. Oh yeah, I can really feel this in my rib cage right now. Feel it in my rib cage, which is really good because then you feel it in your lats. So if you do CrossFit is uses weights and everything. So if you're in your overhead squat, this is going to be a really, really good stretch for getting into your overhead squats or into your kipping. Let's inhale back to center and exhale, puppy pose. Maybe reach for the top of the mat. Maybe you're able to come a little bit deeper into your arms in there. Nice. And nice and slow, let's come up to a tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. Let's cat-cow it up. So inhale, drop your belly, open the heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine to the sky. And let's just do 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. 1 more round. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round the spine. Nice. Let's bring our left foot forward, right foot back. Come into a low lunge. Inhale, your hands up high. Drop the back knee if you haven't already, and then side bend over to the left. So right hand comes up and over. You're going to come out of your hip girdle. So if you're really deep, come out of that so that you stack your knee over your ankle. Squeeze your torso just a little bit, or squeeze your abs. Shoulders are back and down, and then reach up and over, coming into your low lunge side bend. Also squeeze your glutes so that it takes pressure off of your low back. So for me, I feel a stretch right here on the side body of my low back. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, plant your hands down, square your hands around your foot, tuck your back toes. You're in your low lunge. Your back foot is going to drop to be parallel with the back of the mat. Keep your toes pointed to the top of the mat in your left foot. Raise yourself up to come into your left arm onto your knee. And then right hand comes up and over for an extended side angle. So an extended side angle, you can be at your knee or you can drop down to the mat, whatever feels good. But you should feel this lengthening happening all the way down to your leg. Deep breath in. Exhale. Swoop your hand back to the inside of your left leg. Straighten that left leg. Walk your hands over to the center, and then you're going to come into your wide-legged forward fold. Nice. Both feet are parallel with the top and bottom of your mat. Inhale. Halfway lift, heel to your toes, just a little bit closer together. And then bend your knees, stack your shoulders right on top of your hips. Horse pose. Hands to your heart center. Bring your right hand to your knee. Left hand comes up and over. Shoulders back and down. So we're creating our heat. Let's inhale back to center. Exhale, come over to the opposite side. Left hand to your left knee, right hand up and over. Go ahead and circle your arms around. Prayer. Exhale. Straighten your legs for your wide-legged forward fold. Nice. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Pivot your right toes so that they face the back of your mat. Lunge in your right leg. Right arm comes to your right knee. Left hand up and over. Extended side angle. Feel that lengthening happening with your body. Deep breath in. Exhale, circle your left arm all the way down. Pivot your back foot so that you're in your low lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, bend over to the right side in your low lunge. Left hand is up and over. Right hand can come to your hip, or it can just kind of dangle. If you have a block, you can use a block as well too. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. You're drawing that belly in. And let's inhale back up, hands up. Exhale, drop your hands back down to the mat. Tuck your toes. Lift the back knee off the mat. Bring your hands to the inside of your right leg. Pivot your foot, your left foot, to be parallel with the back of the mat. Right forearm to your right knee. Left hand up and over. Extended side angle. Nice. Deep breath in. And exhale. Swoop this left arm all the way down. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot and straighten your legs. Pivot your back foot or right foot to be parallel. Exhale to your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Heel toe your feet to become a little bit closer. Drop your bum backwards. Bend your knees. Horse pose. Woo! Right arm comes to your right knee. Left hand up and over. Let's switch sides. Left arm is going to circle over to the left knee. Right hand up and over. Nice. Let's come back to center. Give yourself a prayer. And then exhale, release. Wide-legged forward fold. Nice. Walk your hands back over to the left. Right foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Left forearm comes to your left knee. Right hand up and over. Extended side angle. Nice. Deep breath in. And exhale. Circle this right arm down. Pivot that back foot so you come into your low lunge. Drop your right knee. Untuck the toes. Swoop your hands up. Right hand comes up and over for your low lunge side bend. Nice. Inhale, come up. Hands up. Exhale, plant your hands down. Let's just come right into our tabletop and have a seat and scene. Have a comfortable seat. I'm going to sit on a block. If you do have a block, just raise your bum up just a little bit. Inhale, lengthen. Drop your right hand to the mat. Left hand comes up and over. Drop your shoulders back and down. Right hand, I have little to no weight. I have a bend in my elbow as well too. And I'm feeling this lengthening happening right there in my side body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop the left hand to the mat. Right hand up and over. Nice. Inhale, come back to center. Swoop your hands to a nice little easy prayer mudra. That is optional, of course. Otherwise, we are all done. I swear the time goes by so fast. All right, so I hope that you feel some opening. If you want to do this sequence again, I would highly encourage you to do it again. Maybe later on today or this afternoon, whatever you want. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming today. The light, the teacher, the student in me honors the light, the teacher, the student in you. Namaste.